Hi guys, welcome to a very windy Wheal Coast tin mine. It's been windy all day, so but the winds are supposed to die down during the evening. Just hope they die down sooner rather than later. Yeah, we've come to the tin mines, see if we can't get some sort of sunset. And this isn't just the last in the series from Cornwall, it's also part of Tom O'Neill's challenge. Tom O'Neill's challenge is to take a landscape shot of something that was industrial, that's non-used anymore. So I thought, wow, the Cornish tin mines just about ticks every box. Whew. The Tin Coast is a stretch of West Penwith coastline between Pendeen and St Just. Part of the Cornish Mining World Heritage Site, mining here changed the world. The far west of Cornwall, the Tin Coast is a place defined by the Cornish mining industry and the human endeavour to haul tin and copper from the earth for over 2,000 years. The area has been forever changed by its industrial past, and ruined engine houses and chimneys now frame the landscape, creating a special atmosphere for people and nature to enjoy its freedom and spirit. There's 2 or 3 old derelict buildings here, obviously they're derelict, but the one I'm looking for is the old pump room, and basically its job was to pump the water out from the mines years ago. So that's the one that I'm looking for my composition. So that's going to be what is probably the most photographed ruin on the Cornish coast. But that's going to be my main point of the composition. I'm hoping that when we get down on the side of this hill and get a bit lower, that this wind will be a bit easier to take. I really hope you can hear me okay. But yeah, I think this is quite a stunning location when it's not quite so windy. It's incredibly windy down here at the moment, but we are right on the side of the sea. I'm really hoping that the wind does die down, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. We're just doing what we can with what we got. A lot of this bracken, I think they call it, on the hillside is just sort of starting to flower yellow, so that's going to make a lovely sort of foreground for the shot. I just hope that some of this cloud clears to give us a little bit of colour in the sky, just a little bit. I don't ask for much, but I think if we can get the composition right, I think it'll be the same composition as many others that I've taken in the past, but it's after that one iconic shot, and I'm not ashamed to take that iconic shot. It'll be slightly different from everybody else's, but yeah, it's quite a magnificent structure really, and it's stood the test of time right on the side of the hill down here in Cornwall. Now that we've dropped lower down, the wind has eased, but my dear wife has brought me to the edge. One slip and I'm in the sea, and what's she doing? Just walking off and leaving me. She doesn't care. She does. But no, what a view, what a place. I said on the way down that it was wheat coats, it's not, it's wheal coats. And it's a fascinating place. It really is a fascinating place. I can't think of a better place to be. The Wheal Coats tin mine opened in 1802 and worked until 1889. The image of the Taranroth shaft engine house, famous on postcards, calendars and on the telly, represents for many the serene beauty of the North Cornish coast. In reality, this industrial landscape has a harsh and austere history. Working deep underground in cramped and stifling conditions meant the miners were thought of as worn out by the time they were 40. The air in the mine was thick with powdered smoke, dust and fumes from rock blasting that miners often coughed up black phlegm. Many suffered with bronchitis, TB and rheumatism. Accidents caused by explosions, falling rock, drowning and entanglement in machinery were a real danger and took many lives. Women were employed as bell maidens, wielding hammers and crushing copper into smaller fragments. By the early 19th century, over 7,000 children were working in Cornish mines, initially above the ground doing menial tasks, but by the time they were 12, they would join their fathers underground. It's starting to look like it's starting to come out. You can see me sort of silhouetted in front of it. We're just sort of scoping around the area to try and find a half decent composition. I found one or two, but I'm not going to lie, they're a bit precarious. But I'm trying to get some of this gorse, not bracken. It's not bracken. I said bracken earlier in the video. It's not bracken, it's gorse. And it's coming out in this lovely yellow flower. I'm trying to get that in the foreground or in the photo as well. So that's part of the composition that I'm trying to get. Just having a look round, trying to find that perfect composition. I don't think it'll be anything that anybody hasn't done before. But it'll be my photo, so that's all that matters. Okay, so I think I found my composition, and basically what I'm doing is I'm using the edge of the coastline, coming in from the bottom right hand corner, leading you along. I've got the pump house in the top left hand third, I suppose, and we've got the sun dropping down now over the horizon, and it's casting some beautiful light on it. I put a 0.9 soft grad just to sort of balance the sky with the ground, because the ground's a lot darker here than it is with the sky, and it's just bringing it in just nice. 2-second timer F9, and that's given me 1/5 of a second shutter speed at the moment. So these are only test shots. I'm waiting for that sun to set. I want to get some colour in that sky if I possibly can. The clouds are breaking, it's looking quite promising. Just a waiting game. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we should get something. I think it's about 10-15 minutes till sunset, so now it's just a waiting game. Okay, so just while I've been waiting for the sun to set, I've been doing a couple of long exposures, just a couple of experimental shots really, a couple of 30 seconds at various different shutter speeds. I've had to bump up the ISO to keep it within the 30 seconds. So now the sun's not far off from setting, the skies are clear, and I can't believe it, I really can. It's casting the most beautiful light. on the side of this building. So fingers crossed, a few minutes, and hopefully we'll have ourselves a decent shot. There's a couple of people jumping around all over it now, spoiling the fun. So just have to make sure that I take the shot when they're out of the way. I think the wind's dropping a little bit as well, but on the whole I think I've got this one in the bag, hopefully. We shall see. At its peak, Cornish mining employed upwards of 30,000 people. In the mid-19th century, the industry began to decline, and in 1875, over 10,000 miners left Cornwall to find work overseas. The skills and experience of Cornish mining spread across the world. They also took the pasty with them. Okay, so you can see the sun is just about set behind me. Composition hasn't changed, we've kept exactly the same composition, but these clouds are starting to clear, and I am actually getting some colour in the sky. I can't believe it, it's been cloudy nearly all day long, on and off, and just at that right moment, coming out somewhere like this, leaving it till tonight, has paid off. I am currently shooting at f14 for about half a second, just to get a little bit of movement in this cloud and to capture some of that colour that's coming through. The wind hasn't really dropped, as you can probably tell. I'm just hoping that my voice is being picked up in the mic, but just going to extend that to to an eighth of a second now. So stretch it out a little bit longer, and I can pick up this light that's coming up on the bank here, sweeping around. I'm in a position where I've cut out all the paths apart from the one that leads away from it. I think this position has been done many times before, but I don't really care. Yeah, that colour is starting to come through in the sky now. I'll turn you around, I don't know whether you'll be able to see it or not. But you can see it sort of appearing in the sky, sort of just here. So yeah, really pleased that we've come down. Really pleased. There is some thicker cloud in the distance there, but I don't think that's going to spoil anything. It's sort of, we're in between two banks of really thick cloud, and the light is just catching some of that. I'm at 24 mil. I didn't go too wide, I didn't use the 16 tonight because I think it's just too wide. I don't think you'd see the actual structure very well. I kept it at the 24 to 70, and I think it's worked fine. So yeah, if these look half as good on the computer as they do on the back of the camera, then I'm one happy person, one happy photographer. They were up to a second at f14 now. So just hope that this bit of cloud doesn't spoil anything, just to finish it off. Just to give us that little bit of sort of pink in the sky, and that would just finish it off a treat. So I don't know whether you can see the sky, but it is properly kicking off. I can tell you that. The colours at the moment are absolutely insane. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so I'm just basically firing shot after shot after shot. I have actually changed to the 16 to 35 to get more of that in. Basically the same composition though. I've still got this coming in from the bottom right hand corner. I've still got that in the top third. Still got the pump house in the top third. I'm just trying to get as much of this sky in as I possibly can, because it is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Settings now are F16 for 15 seconds. ISO 100. And this is awesome, absolutely awesome. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to round it off. There. I think that was probably one of the nicest sunrises. I think that was one of the nicest sunsets I think I've ever witnessed. It was just a pleasure just to be here, let alone take photos of it. But fingers crossed they've come out okay. I'm sure they have. I haven't done anything different to what I would normally do. But yeah, epic place, and we will be back without a shadow of a doubt. So this is the final vlog from Cornwall. We're back tomorrow. We're going back tomorrow. But we'll be back again next year, no doubt. We love it down here, so we will be back. But this is also a challenge video for Tom O'Neill. So Tom, I hope I've done your challenge justice, and hope you enjoy it. For everybody else, any comments please leave below. If you've liked it, give it a thumbs up, give it a share, and I'll see you on another one very soon. So from the tin mines in Cornwall, bye for now. There are over 160 places across 6 continents where Cornish mine workers took their skills, technology and traditions. A truly global heritage, Cornwall and West Devon's mining landscape, shaped during a period of intense industrial activity, is testimony to one of the greatest periods of economic, technological and social development Britain has ever known. From 1700 to 1914, the metal mining industry played a vital role in transforming our way of life. It provided essential raw materials to feed the Industrial Revolution in Britain and pioneered technological developments that helped shape the society we live in today. On the 13th of July 2006, select mining landscapes across Cornwall and West Devon were inscribed as UNESCO World Heritage Sites, placing Cornish mining heritage on a par with international treasures like the Taj Mahal and the Great Wall of China.